Hey everybody, this week the weekly word is execute. In the Marine Corps, we often talk about devising a plan and then executing that plan through shoot, move, and communicate mechanisms. If we take that same concept and apply it to our everyday life, the idea of devising a plan, communicating that plan, and then executing, we can go so far. However, in the execution of that plan, too often we find ourselves coming across obstacles. Those obstacles come in the way of people, come in the way of the environment. And what I want you all to think about today is, what is that thing that you want to achieve or you want to accomplish? And I want you to think about how you're going to accomplish it, and then I want you to execute it. Now, I'm not talking about executing something hastily or executing something that's ill-devised or not well planned out, nor am I talking about something that you would execute in a haphazard way that is destructive. Rather, I'm talking about execution of a plan that is well thought out, that begins with the end in mind, as Stephen Covey says, and goes in a manner that's phased, that can be aggressive or it can be patient, but ultimately it sticks to your plan to get to the end state. I'm reminded by a quote I often see on Facebook. Margaret Mead said something to the effect of, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed people can change the world. Indeed, she says, it's the only thing that ever has. How fitting is that when it comes to the idea of execute? You're going to come through this phase and through these times when you're trying to get through, and you're going to hit obstacles. And sometimes those obstacles can come in the form of people. Some people that are close to you, some people that are far from you, because as you're executing and as you're succeeding, there are always going to be individuals along the way that might have issue or take issue with that execution. But you have got to plan early, plan often, communicate. When you see an obstacle, communicate that obstacle, whether it's directly to or with the obstacle or directly with your team, and continue to execute. I hope this fits well in your everyday life. Execute, the word of the week. Y'all be good. Oh, best of luck to all of our Boston Marathon folks, the Team Hoyt Foundation on board this week in Boston. I mean, how fitting is this? I'm going to elaborate a little more. Think about that. Dick and Rick Hoyt. Over 30 years ago, Rick said, "Dad, let's go run a 5-mile race." Did Dick jump in and do it? He absolutely did. But I know he also planned how they were going to do it. And when they executed, great things followed. And for their whole life now, they've been executing a yes, you can philosophy and motto that has touched the world in so many ways. But I will tell you, ask Dick, he'll tell you, over the course of that execution, there have been times where they've hit obstacles, a lot of obstacles, as you can read in his book Devoted, as well as One Letter at a Time by Rick Hoyt. Lots of obstacles, but you have to overcome, stick to your plan, communicate, and execute. And this weekend, more particularly Monday, the Hoyt Foundation, yet again, is going to be all over Boston, Massachusetts, executing to show the world, yes, you can. Have a great weekend.